Oh, all right. Welcome, people of the internet. Welcome to the Airmen Fight Series discussion about our announcement video. We're real excited to be here today. Max Powers joined by the one and only legendary Zoda.
What's going on, everyone? We're here at what is this? We're in March right now.
March
Yeah.
21st, man. Middle of
So
March.
yeah, man. So how you doing, man?
I'm doing all right, man. I'm doing all right. Things are looking good. It's spring. I think today's first day of spring.
Is it?
So, well, in Florida, there was sun. I don't know about you
Yeah.
guys up north.
Yeah. Yeah. Next week will probably be summer for you guys. Up here, it's foggy. It's gloomy. But the
Uh,
weather has been going up. It's like in the 60s, but it's more like humidity with like rain and all the fog and stuff like that. So it's
okay.
like that gross heat that's coming up.
Oh, that swamp bud.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
that chafe weather. You know what I mean? Like that. We don't like that one.
No, nobody likes that stuff. Nobody likes that stuff. Well,
Mm-mm.
hey, we are here to talk about our finale series. What we wanted to do today is really just talk to what we were trying to do. Talk to our supporters, give you a little bit of insight as to what was happening behind the scenes, and a little bit, a little bit about the future of what's to come for Airman Fight series. So
Yeah, so this started off kind of branching off from when we first initially started doing some exhibitions with Army Esports, US Army Esports. Shouts to Asian King and all those guys.
yep.
Um, and we wanted to keep it going for the Air Force. There isn't anyone that's really specializing in fighting games when it comes to Air Force and doing tournaments, hosting events, sending people to events, etc. So that's where Airman Fight was born. We want to do something where specialized in fighting games, where those people who are part of the FGC, civilian or not, Air Force, Space Force members, etc., have a place to come and play and to compete. So what we started, when was it? October, I want to say. Was it October in last year?
We announced it in like the middle of September, and we were starting up our series in October. Yeah, so
Yeah.
we had
So
our
go
whole
ahead.
idea was to have a 10 series tournament. It was a really good number, real round number. It was right before the holidays, and it was one of those ideas where, hey, look, we can do this because we're getting into the parts where, there's gonna be more people home. There's gonna be people probably wanting to do something if they can't make it out or whatnot. And we really wanted to give back to the Air Force and the Space Force Guardians that were in the FGC and still connect them with their fighting game communities. And we thought this would be a perfect branch for it.
Yeah. So for those who were with us from the beginning, they already knew that we started off doing exhibitions against local scenes in various locations. So being where I was stationed before at Tinker, I had a few connects in these more like the Midwest region. So we actually did an exhibition against Arkansas. We did one against Oklahoma. We did one against US Army. We went to one. Shout out to Deca Wolf, put us in contact with Unseen Gaming. So shout
Yep.
out to DJ Vest and Jaco Man. We
Hmm.
did exhibition with them as well. So further than that, though, with COVID and stuff like that, it's starting to
Yeah.
slowly ease off, and with actual tournaments coming back little by little, we wanted to do something where we would transition from online to the offline scene. So that's where the Evolution series was born.
Hmm. Yeah. So our idea or our grand goal was to get one member from each game that we were playing, whether it was Tekken 7, Street Fighter 5, Guilty Gear, give one airman or one Space Force Guardian the chance to be at the Ultimate Showcase, which was Evolution 2022. And our ambition was, it was feasible at the time because we had a lot of momentum, we had a lot of steam, and there was a whole bunch of hype behind it to push us forward to get this idea rolling. And I'll tell you what, shout out to everybody that supported those first couple of months because we were coming in hot. This was something that we had a passion for and we really loved doing. But unfortunately, we were just like, hey, we can't do this without support. So everybody that ever showed up to a game, everybody that ever tweeted out our stuff, we can't thank you guys enough for everything that you did for us.
Oh, definitely, definitely. We had some awesome events. I think even in the small number of events that we did, we were able to raise actually close to $475
Yeah.
across all three games. So that just having the support of just airmen and guardians, and and shouts to the few civilians who did come out and participate. Like I know we had Jimbo,
That was
we
fun to see.
had a few other people come out. To be able to raise that much. because the donations, the amount we were making was just from the entry fee, which is only $5.
Yeah.
So to raise that much off of just 5 events is a huge accomplishment in itself. So definitely shout outs to everyone, and thank you to everyone who ever supported and came out to compete. But like Max was saying, it was just one of those things where it was getting, like you said, born out of passion, right, with momentum and hype for the actual offline tournaments coming back, especially with Evo now being officially announced as of what, like 2 weeks ago.
Yep.
A lot of this was funded out of pocket, and it's just one of those things where for it to survive, for a game to reach its goal, to be able to send an Air Force member or a Space Force member to Evo, it was something that would need even more funding from us, and it's just something that couldn't be supported.
Right. Yeah. So we were looking at the trajectory. We were looking at our pathway leading up to what we wanted to have the end of the series, which was Memorial Day of this year. So we had we had the first half of the series go all the way up until Christmas, and we were doing a whole bunch of vacation. People were on leave. People were not in town. People were unavailable due to certain circumstances. So we did our best to maintain the funds, maintain for the prizes. I know that we were giving away gift cards, and those were coming out of pocket. Those are things that we wanted to give back to the players, because we wanted everybody to at least have an opportunity to get something, even though if it was just the $5 entry fee, you were still going to walk away with something, even if you weren't part of the Air Force or Guardians getting those points for the trip to Evolution. So as we were looking at a qualifier number 5, we started looking at how much money we raised versus how much it's going to take to get someone to Evolution. And I don't know if you've seen gas prices lately, Zoda, but they are no joke.
Yeah,
And they
I'm in New York. Trust me, I know about gas prices.
So
they hurt.
We started pricing out our trip plans, based on certain locations in certain bases that we were familiar with. We were looking at California, we looked at New Jersey, like McGuire, we looked at Florida, we looked at just places that are common for long distance CONUS flights, and prices were not going down; they were only increasing. And with the price of gas going up to at least $4 in Florida, it was only skyrocketing from there. So we we talked about it, and it was a really hard decision to do, because this is something that we really wanted to bring to you guys. So unfortunately, we looked at it, and it just wasn't feasible economically for us to continue to crowdfund for the small amount of people that were attending at the second half of it, versus how much it was going to cost to get somebody there. 3 people, basically, 1 for each game. So
yeah, and at the status that each game was in terms of the amount of money raised, there was just no way, with the amount of time we had left from now until Evo, there was no way that we were going to be able to hit those goals, hit those thresholds, without some kind of outside income coming in also, other than just ourselves. But let it be known as well, we definitely do not feel like this is any failure at all.
Right.
Again, we raised a lot of money based on just a few events from just 3 games, just people repeatedly coming out. So we definitely appreciate it, and shout outs to all you guys. But moving forward from this, it was definitely a learning experience. This is just that test drive. This is that phase 1. We do have some big plans on how we're going to take our experiences from this first one and try to implement different ways of going moving forward. Maybe not necessarily Evo, because throughout the season we did notice a few of our members in our Discord and our Airmen Fight community, they were kind of like, hey, like, why not Evo? Why not this event? Why not that event? Yeah. So those are things that we have taken into account, and we are planning implementing maybe different events, not necessarily Evo, because once this Evo passes, the next one isn't all the way till August 2023.
Right.
So obviously, Airman Fight isn't just going to be in a deep slumber until then. We're still going to be active. We're still going to be doing stuff. So we're going to try to find ways to implement different events where maybe it's not a whole year-long season of how to get to Evo. It could be, hey, this huge major's coming up in 2-3 months. All right, we're gonna mix it up on how we dedicate games, which games you can qualify for, which events you can go to, etc. To, again, the goal is still to be able to bridge that gap between the FGC and the Air Force and Space Force, and have our members compete at the highest level at offline events.
Right. And one of the things that we did learn, or one of the things that we're going to take away with this for improving the process later, is the data. I mean, when it comes to the metrics that we can now use to influence, outside sponsors, hopefully, and the individuals that are supportive of these groups that have have the funds to say, hey, we'll go ahead and spot you a couple $100, or we'll spot you this and that. We have the data to actually present to it to say, like, look, it is a success, and with your help, we can go even further. So that's something that we're definitely finding as a success, and something that we're going to help move forward with this series.
Yeah, and we'll definitely be engaging with the Airman Fight community to see what kind of events you guys do want to go to. You know what I mean? If we're like, hey, which events are more feasible? Like, I know a lot of people want to do like Red Bull events. A couple of people want to do other regional majors such as like Combo Breaker, etc. We even got to meet some of our members at CEO this last summer, which was awesome. Shout outs to Carmen came out, Jimbo came out, Mobius. I know it was your first time meeting Mo, so that was awesome.
Yeah, it was my first time.
Yeah, so it was a lot of fun to be able to like connect with people from Airmen Fight offline that we've never met before. So it's awesome, to be able to put a face to the name. That's all we're about. So I mean, Jimbo like made it out of his pool in winners in Street Fighter 5, and that was dope. And all of us were there cheering him on. So it was a fun time, and I want to be able to experience that again this year in Evo. Hopefully, I know some of guys in our community are going to Vegas this summer to Evo and in future events as well, so it's gonna be pretty awesome.
Yeah, with that said, I mean, like I said earlier, we cannot thank the support of you guys enough for making it come this far as it did, but that doesn't mean that this is over with. We're definitely going to keep on striving. We're going to make it a lot better for you guys, so that we know we can make the product better, or not the product, but the series, the community, and overall Airmen Fight, the Airmen Fight series as memorable as it can be. So what we did was we just we made a couple highlights, of course, over the series, and we put a little highlight reel together, and we want to just go ahead and share the thank yous from us to you. So please stay tuned to this whole video. I think you're gonna really enjoy it.
Oh yeah, it's a good one.
Goodness.
Can he bring us back?
Jimbo does have a bar.
What?
Ooh, just out of range. Oh, yo, what was that? That was sick.
You almost dropped the F-bomb.
The schmixes.
Electrical wall, big damage. Oh my goodness. Ooh, get some hell sweep. Oh, he's gonna chip him out. Whoa, get Sure you rep it? He gets the EX afterward. What? Over, babies. Double KO!
We'll bring it back.
Okay, let's jump in. Oh, the stuff. He's got that block downloaded. Oh. The optimal stuff.
It's like running. It's so funny.
This does not respect frames at all. We don't respect frames here.
Yeah. Yo, put some Kai hair on him. Look at him. Yo, we got the Kai Fro. Oh, hit him with the Moderna.
There we go. This is Moderna.
Okay, we throwing out
That's like third strike aura right there. Okay. I know 21 down. Oh, it gets the upside down kick reset. Oh my gosh. That was sick.
Oh, okay. Almost starting it off.
Momo once again going for the good old life. Chop him like that. It's working. It's my style.
It is working, yeah. You're right on that.
It's just on right there.
And the stun bar is just staying where. Oh,
This is
this
not
is it.
okay,
Done.
so he doesn't have super. I don't think he's gonna kill. Oh my. Is this gonna kill?
No, it's not.
What?
No way! Are you kidding me?
Sonic going up 2-0 up against.
Oh, I tell you
Oh
what,
yeah.
if that doesn't get you hype for the future of Airmen Fight series, I don't know what will.
That
But
was a sick video.
I love the fact that we can continue to bring this. The grand finale is here,
Mhm.
and we're going to tell you about how it's going to work. We're going to tell you about the dates, and it's gonna be just fire stuff. So go ahead, take it away, Zoda.
Yeah, man. So as you guys saw, this is the end of the first season for the Airman Fight Evolution series. We are going to be having our finale for season 1, April 9th and 10th. Okay, so lock in that weekend now. It's going to be an exclusive tournament. Well, exclusive event for just the placers in the leaderboards for each game. So that's going to be the people that are in the leaderboards for Tekken 7, Street Fighter 5, and Guilty Gear Strive. So it's invitational only for those who have accumulated points so far. It is going to be more than likely round robin style. That way everyone gets enough time to play for everybody. We're gonna make it a huge finale with tons of games so people have a ton of time to play with each other, because there's some games that have obviously fewer entrants than others. So instead of running a bracket for each game, with some brackets being only a few matches versus some being more, we're just gonna make it round robin.
Yeah.
The payouts for the events will be the pots that are already raised for each game. So we'll do payouts for top 3 for that. But we are going to be running both Tekken 7 and Guilty Gear Strive on April 9th. That's going to be Saturday. Yep, April 9th. And Street Fighter 5, since it does have the most entrants on the leaderboards, we will be doing that on Sunday the 10th. So again, if you're on the leaderboard, you're in. Okay, this is just for our Air Force and our Space Force members. Just like we said in the beginning, for whatever reason we didn't hit our goal, which we didn't end up doing, not a big deal. We will be returning all that money back to you guys. So at the end of the day, this wasn't about making, putting money in myself and Max's pockets. It was about being able to fund you guys with the opportunity to go evil. Since that's not happening, we're giving it back to the community, giving it back to you guys who have been supporting us all this time. And we're going to put on one more big show for you guys. We possibly will have some prizes to give away too, but definitely you guys will be competing for that prize money that you all raised. So we want to thank you for that again.
Absolutely. So if you are on the leaderboards, which I'm sure you've been following, you'll be getting a message from either Zoda or myself, let you know like what time to show up, all that kind of stuff. But lock those dates in right now. April 9th and 10th is everything's going to be Eastern time, so we'll make sure that we accommodate some West Coast players by starting to, as we have been doing it at noon and things like that. So just keep an eye out. There's going to be more information to come, more details. So with that, just like I said, it's gonna be hype. It's gonna be a good match.
Yeah, and again, if you guys didn't catch the stream, if some of you guys couldn't, again, we're gonna have all these details posted in our Discord for sure. So you guys just stay tuned, just be in the community. But again, man, this is just the end of season 1 for Airman Fight. We got plenty more in store. Just keep the lookout. Be in the Discord, Airman Fight Discord, for all the information pertaining to Airman Fight and all of our future stuff that's coming in.
Absolutely. Well, we appreciate you guys sticking around and listening to the present and the future of Airman Fight. So with that said, we're gonna end the stream right now. Thank you so much once again for all your support, everybody being there. We're looking forward to seeing you guys at the grand finale, and we'll talk to you guys later.
All right, guys, take care.
Peace.